it. See, if you've had a good time this week, let us hear it. 140 fabulous people have been sailing, we've been eating, we've been drinking, it's been amazing. And yet the amount of knowledge and interaction, not just from the stage or from the conversations that happen, are amazing. We are thrilled to have back for his 9th year, the best-selling financial author in the world, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you. What's that?
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's fabulous. We guys do better every year.
Well, thanks for that. What are your big takeaways? What are your big epiphanies this year?
It's always, our financial situations are always changing. And now I'm at certain points I want to talk to Steve Streetman because I have too many assets now. And how do I convert out? That's what I need to figure out. So it's a good problem. Good problem to have too much. So thank you.
That is a good problem. And we appreciate you come to share and to learn.
Thank you.
You're on so many sessions. Talk about being a lifelong student.
What's it?
Talk about being a lifelong student.
It's study's exciting, but you have to be interested in what you're studying. And money is a subject everybody uses, but they don't always study. So it's one of the biggest advantages you guys have here is you're studying money, and most little yo-yos out there aren't doing anything. And so they're falling farther and farther and farther behind. Because as you know, the world of money is changing at high speed. And I think we're at the apex of the American empire. I hate to say that, but so there's going to be big changes ahead. I just want to be prepared for it, and that's why with Kenny, he has this limitless, and you're this here, and then I travel with Tom Wheelwright to teach. I don't teach the accounting part, but we do accounting for entrepreneurs. So your education is, what's between your left ear and your right ear is most important, more important today than ever before. So we're at very unstable, treacherous times with China taking over right now. China's challenging us big time. And we're printing more money than ever. So there's so much going on, I don't know how anybody can not study.
I'm going to have a Robert Kiyosaki, ladies and gentlemen. Also back with us for his 9th year, Mr. Dana Samuelson. How about have a Dana? Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you, Robert. It's great to be here again.
We had maybe the world's best gold panel, which was extraordinary. Talk about all the excitement about the metals. What's going on?
Oh, well, gold and silver, now platinum and palladium too, are catching up. Gold in particular has been on a tear for the last 15 months. It's up about 45% in most every currency around the world. Central banks have been buying gold as a way to insulate their own portfolios against the increased amount of debt that just keeps happening in the world, which Robert has so eloquently been teaching us about for years. And gold has actually stepped forward, replacing U.S. Treasuries as a safe haven for the first time that I've ever seen that happen in my life this past April and May, which means the world is looking to gold as the asset that has no counterparty risk, I think is primarily the reason. And it's being used in international trade settlements these days too, which is another first. So gold is once again becoming the world's preferred reserve currency. It's quite interesting to see this happen.
And there's a lot of different ways investors get exposure to the metals. You're a physical metals dealer, so you help people get coins and some coins that are old. You are special, or that's your specialty, but also brand new bullion coins to kind of stack away. And at the same time, people can invest in mining stocks or they can invest in ETFs. Talk about the various ways to invest and maybe some of the pros and cons.
Well, I'm a physical precious metals dealer, so I deal in the fabricated product that the mints and the refineries make and offer. That's a way to hold savings or wealth outside of depreciating currency. which has proved to be a very effective tool over the last 20 years in particular. Mining companies, the companies that pull the metal out of the ground, have leverage to the gold price depending on what the price of gold is and their cost in the ground. But then, of course, you've got to know about the business that is actually mining the metal and how good the company is, how good the deposit is. I'm not an expert in that. Of course, we had Brian London with us earlier, and he's an expert in that at New Orleans Investment Conference and Gold Newsletter. And then there are ETFs where you can invest in precious metals on paper, but I use them more for harvesting what I think is price movement rather than holding metal. So if I think the price is going to go up or down, I'll go long or short ETFs for a period of time to try and just harness that move, because it's something that I watch all the time. So that's a bit of a speculation on my part. But I must say it's an honor to be here with Robert Kiyosaki.
Jeez, thanks.
Yes, it is.
When I first cut my teeth in this business, I was fortunate to work for Jim Blanchard, who was the individual most responsible for the private relegalization of gold ownership in the country. And I never thought I'd meet another guy like Jim. And then 9 years ago, I got to meet Robert. And he's just like Jim Blanchard in that regard.
Thank you. It's an honor. That is to be held in that category with Jim Blanchard. Because most people don't realize this. But the first gold I bought, I was now illegal. Because we were not allowed to own gold. And I always thought that was interesting. Why would they make it illegal to own gold unless somebody was playing games someplace else? So that's why Jim Blanchard is a hero of mine, because he made holding gold legal. Thank you.
Now, Robert, you also last year took a gold company public. Talk about that quickly.
Well, I'm a gold nut and silver. I like silver because it's an industrial metal. It's consumed. But I wanted to, being greedy, I'm looking for a piece of dirt with the most gold in it, or silver. And so that's when I became a gold miner. And I used to hang out in Vancouver, British Columbia, for the VRIC, the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. And to find gold in the ground, just take that public and sell the shares. Is I make money both ways. I make money selling the shares, but I also make money from the gold in the ground. So the sequence it goes gold first, silver second, miners third. And this is our time.
How about a hand for Dana Samuelson and Robert Kiyosaki for the 23rd Annual Investors Summit at Seymour. When we get back, I'm your host, Robert Helm. Nicely done. Thank you, gentlemen.